We all know that feeling that we get when we fantasize about performing in front of the world or getting the game winning touchdown or getting the prettiest girl in town. But most of those things remain just thoughts, they remain just fantasies and don't actually become a reality in our lives. And we never try to take the steps that we actually need in order to accomplish those goals. Or maybe we do start taking the steps in order to get what we want, but not too long, a day, a week, month, maybe even a year, we keep on working towards it and we see no progress, or we think we see no progress, or there's just one moment that gets to our head and stops us from doing that thing that we really want to do. Or maybe for some people, they actually put up with all the bullshit. They go through the steps and they actually reach their goal, but then after they achieve their goal, they feel empty inside. They feel purposeless. And why is this? It's because people are too focused on the goal. And now, this isn't to say that goals are bad things, that you should never think about a goal. Goals are things that you should really set up in order to figure out the steps that you need in order to achieve that goal. It gives you something to work towards. So, goals are not really like the problem. It's that people focus too much on the goal. They fantasize about it in their heads over and over and over again. And then in reality, the steps that are needed to take that goal aren't all rainbows and butterflies. It's painful, it hurts, it sucks. And so they give up that goal. They say it's not worth it. People like to be idealistic about these things instead of realistic. They think about the goal, they just get so set on it, and then they take action and it fails. And for the people that do accomplish these goals and feel empty and purposeless, it's because nobody is ever going to be 100% satisfied with their life, no matter what. There is not one goal that you can accomplish that will make you feel satisfied for the rest of your life. There's not one. People need purpose. People need purpose in order to keep living, in order to keep them happy, in order to keep them satisfied, fulfilled. So when you think that you can accomplish one goal, you put your whole life on just doing one thing, and then it happens, and you thought that after you accomplished it, you'd finally be happy. You'd finally be able to just sit down on a beach every day and watch the sunset and relax. But it doesn't make you happy. Most goals, once accomplished, are momentary. Like, you only feel that pride, that happiness just for that one moment. So the question is, how can we actually stay content and fulfilled? And that is to fall in love with the journey, to fall in love with the process. Because think about it, the journey and the process are the things that you spend the most time doing. Yeah, the goal might be like the best part, or maybe not even the best part, but like it's the thing that you can finally accomplish. But the time that you spend the most time doing is actually that process, that journey in order to reach that goal. And honestly, if you don't feel passionate about every single part of the process in order to reach that goal, or maybe not every single part, but you have to feel passionate towards the things that you're doing in order to reach that goal. And honestly, if you just don't feel passionate at all, it's going to be a million times harder to do it. And once you finally achieve that goal, you're probably going to be miserable because you just realized how much time you wasted being miserable in order to reach that goal that just wasn't worth it, because it was just one moment that made you feel good, but all the time wasted, just miserable just for that. Now, you're also not going to always love the process, no matter how passionate you are about something. Like, for example, with me, kind of like my purpose or like thing that I'm working towards right now is getting stronger, more aesthetic, like my physical body by working out and doing cardio and all that kind of stuff. And it's something that I'm passionate about. It's something that I'm genuinely passionate about, that I work towards every single day. But I don't always want to do it. But even when I don't want to do it, I'm still passionate about it. It's still something that I'm going to do no matter what. Like, I don't even have to ask myself, like, or I don't even have to tell myself, I'm just going to do it no matter what. I just do it because it's something that I'm passionate about. It's something that I've been working towards so long. It's just habit now. But even if I don't always feel like wanting to do it, I'm still going to do it. And that's when passion for the process actually comes in. When you actually focus on improving your process, improving like the things that you're doing in that process, In turn, you will get a better goal. When you focus on what you need to do in order to achieve that goal more than the actual goal, you'll end up with much better results. And even after you accomplish that goal, you'll realize it was all fantastic because this whole time you were just like so dedicated to working on the process in order to reach that goal. Now you feel satisfied, you feel fulfilled because you were passionate the whole time, and it's something that really brought you purpose, that really brought you meaning in your life. And then there are people that don't really have a passion. They don't have something to work towards. They don't have a goal. And the advice that I say to these people is to try things out. Those fantasies in your head I was talking about before, where you like picture yourself being like a rock star, like a elite athlete or something like that. Like when you fantasize about these things, you're like, "Oh, this would be so sick. Imagine if I could do this." Try it out. Like start putting in the work, the practice in order to do those things and put in a decent amount of time, a good amount of time. And if it's something that you just don't feel anything towards, because a lot of things that you start doing, like they're not going to be as good as you thought they were going to be. There's going to be a lot of pain and stuff that you have to go through in order to achieve that goal. And then you have to ask yourself if that's truly worth it for you to go through that in order to reach that goal. But at least try things out until you find something you're like, oh, I'm actually interested in this. I actually kind of like the process. I actually kind of starting to feel like passionate. I'm starting to feel like more meaning in my life. Then chase that. But remember, don't think too much about just being winning the Super Bowl and all that. Feel passionate about every single practice that you're going to. You know, like let's say you're playing football, you want to win the Super Bowl one day. Feel passionate about going to practice every day and bettering yourself in practice, becoming a better football player, stronger, smarter, everything that you need in order to be a good football player. And work hard in every practice. Feel passionate about every practice. Feel passionate about helping out your other teammates. And I promise you that'll get you much closer to that goal of winning the Super Bowl than just thinking about winning the Super Bowl. So, guys, stay strong. Always try and find purpose in your life if you don't have any, because there's nothing more meaningful than purpose. There's nothing more satisfying that will make you more genuinely happy than finding purpose will. So, guys, stay strong and remember that only you can define your own success. I'll see you guys in the next one.